What is the Warrior Society?
Okay. The Warrior Society, today, everybody around Turtle Island have devolved into a heightened state of male dominance, which is synonymous with violence. So they associate automatically fighting for our rights with violence, with being there on the front line somewhere with a gun. That this is not our people. Our people have always been people of logic, people of brains. We do not dysfunction like the non-native society. So when our people function with brains, they function under logic. And under logic, then our people utilize the intellectual capacities that our mothers have given us, that have made us of the most evolved people on the planet. So when we resort down to warrior status, that means we devolve from a heightened state of evolution of intellectual capacities to just being physical. The fact is that people believe that the Warrior Society is a symbol of resistance when it is not. It is actually the symbol of surrender. Because the Warrior Society, in the summer of 1990, here within the Kahnawake Nation, where they had the so-called negotiations in the Pines, the Warrior Society did not negotiate anything. They gave the power to the elected band council system, the mayor of Kahnawake, Joe Norton, to represent them in the negotiations. So who's the mayor of Kahnawake? That's the British Crown. So here's the Warrior Society that's projecting themselves to be Mohawks, natives, but they give the power to represent them to that woman they call the Queen in the negotiations with that woman they call the Queen. So the Warrior Society is basically just a bunch of people who don't know their butt from their elbow, because they don't know what their politics is. They only have a belief. They don't have no truth. They don't have the understanding of what happened in the Pines in the summer of 1990. Not only was it the elected band council system representing them, the people that you believe in that Warrior Society that was representing them, you believe were traditional, those people do not carry clans. They were clanless. They are not of Kahnawake. So the Warrior Society that brought everybody to this precipice of violence in the name of nationality, in the name of identity, were all liars. They were manipulated because it was the band council, it was the insurgents within the traditional people, those who did not carry a clan, who manipulated the people through violence. Yes, this is the way to stand up for your rights. Come in, you gotta fight for it, and you gotta be violent. This has manipulated the people down the path of where now, if you are going to be standing up for your rights in any way, where you have become demonized. Where the Warrior Society, as you know, has been on the Canadian terrorist list. It's identified in the international terrorist list. Big deal, the natives get upset. Oh, you can't call us terrorists. Well, you know what? They were terrorists because they were dysfunctioning outside of our law. They were dysfunctioning outside of anybody's law. And they were, again, the symbol of surrender, not the symbol of resistance. Check into that. These are the facts you need to discover. Anybody has access to this. Join the summer of 90. There was no traditional people within the so-called Warrior Society that were representing, that were negotiating. It was the mayor of Kahnawake, sellout Joe Norton. It was another person. Now you find out who that person is. I know who that person is, but they're from Akwesasne and they do not carry a clan. So you had both sides talking about that they're negotiating on our behalf, who they are not even carrying the birthright, not even carrying our identity, not within our law. They were created by the British Crown to carry out these things that would lead everybody else right into the same trap of submissiveness, which the Warrior Society always was, always will be. Just submissive. The same way that they were submissive through their bingo. They stood on the line with us. We were the only two in Kahnawake standing for our hydroelectricity when they sold out and made the agreement to pay their hydroelectricity, because their representative, Joe Norton, had them do that because Joe Norton represented them, and Joe Norton made the agreements for the hydroelectricity to sell it away, to give it away, to turn the band council into collecting monies from the people of Kahnawake for what belongs to us. The band council is thieves, and they used the warrior society to scare everybody into that direction, where now you're going to do exactly what the band council tells you and wants you to do, and they're leading you back into casinos. And when you try to fight against it, well, now you're going to find that, well, it's almost useless now, that you have almost no avenues now in which to fight against these things, because what everybody put their power and energy behind was what you actually done to surrender. Warrior society is a symbol of surrender.